Good afternoon, villagers. This is Arnie. You're watching Pepper Tree Villa, and it's time for your daily dose of Disney for October 9th, 2019. Hello, Paper Scissors Vacation. I imagine Mike is there. As you say, I will agree, Mike. So I imagine Mike Wheeler is in the house as well. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. It's hello, Rosie. Thank you for being here. It's nice to have everyone here. There's a lot of information I've got here. Pam's fam, thank you for joining. By the way, in case any of you missed it, I've got some candy with me today. That's actually Swedish Fish. It's on the list of favorite candies of the people surveyed in the candy list that I had. So check out that video that we had on PTV Live from Monday. Don't miss that. Yeah, candy's awesome. So it's actually a very full day. I'm gonna start with some news that we have here happening around Disney. In this case, the plant-based menu has debuted at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Guests who follow a plant-based diet now have tons of new options to nosh on while at the Magic Kingdom. And as previously announced, they'll have a little icon, a little vegan icon, so you see these little leaves on the menu. So you can check it out, and they have more plant-based offerings now that's going on. Hello, Donna. Hello, Pam. Thank you, everyone, for being here. So you want to check out the menus. You can find them online, but let's just say that all the restaurants, 50s Primetime Cafe, ABC Commissary, the Backlot Express, Docking Bay 7 at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Fairfax Fair, Hollywood and Vine, the Hollywood Brown Derby, Mama Melrose's Pizza Rizzo, Woody's Lunchbox, and even assorted snack kiosks all have vegan or plant-based menu options available. Hello, Jeff. Thank you for being here. So go check it out. You're going to find that this is going to be prominent throughout all the parks at Disneyland. They've introduced it at Hollywood Studios, but it is coming to all the parks, not just in Florida, but also California. Florida's happening this month. California will be in the spring. I did a little research today. According to Walt Disney World News Today, guest walkways and tram lanes are now being paved, and landscaping is in progress for Epcot's new Arrival experience. I'll read a little bit about this. The Arrival experiences at most Walt Disney theme parks are still being reimagined, but the Epcot project seems to be nearing completion ahead of what Disney hopes will be a busy holiday season. The new tram turn in front of the Epcot monorail station has been paved in a checkered pattern, which at least looks better than one-tone gray pavement. Paving and landscaping usually marks the end of such projects, so it shouldn't take very long to complete this phase of the project at this point. We still expect to see some work being done outside of the park after this section opens to guests. So, new guest walkways at Epcot. And one more news item before I continue on with the Disney history. Main Street Opera House at Disneyland is under renovation. Now, when Doug and I were there just a couple weeks ago, I noticed that the sign was missing off the front of the building. I thought, what's going on? I showed it to Doug and he thought, hey, something's happening. I wonder what's going on. Oh, thank you, Pam's fam. Never required, but always appreciated. You're absolutely right. It is never required. We enjoy providing entertainment to all of our villagers. But it definitely is appreciated. Thank you. So the Main Street Opera House in Town Square at Disneyland is under renovation. The sign was missing when I was there and I thought, what's going on? But according to the news that I saw, the Main Street Opera House in Town Square is a place where guests can enjoy unique Disney exhibits as well as a beloved show, great moments with Mr. Lincoln. Today, it was noticed that the facade has been covered up with tarps. So that was in the news today, according to WDWNT. Cast members said they have no current news as to when this renovation project will be complete, but there's still direct access to the gallery despite the tarps that are covering the building. Right now, the Haunted Mansion exhibit is currently inside the Opera House, and it's still open to guests, as well as great moments with Mr. Lincoln. And the interior will most likely be left alone during this particular refurbishment. I did not see any evidence of it being changed out when I was there. It was just the facade that I saw where they were starting to take down the sign, and obviously the tarps went up. So anyway, it is October 9th, 2019. Let's take a look at this day in Disney history. 1919, Yeah, it is the best, actually, Rosie. It's a very cool attraction. A lot of people overlook great moments with Mr. Lincoln, but it really is a very good attraction. So on this day in 1919, Walt Disney arrived back in the United States after serving in the Red Cross as a volunteer in France. And then he finally made it back to Chicago on the 11th. But it was on this day that he arrived back in the United States. That was in 1919. In 1942, a favorite of mine, of course, the Goofy cartoons. In this case, it was the Olympic champ. And it was released on this day in 1942. Goofy tries his hand at track and field with the kind of hilarious results that everyone has come to expect from Goofy. So another historical cartoon. I really need to go back and watch all the Goofy cartoons. I've got the complete collection as part of the Walt Disney Treasures. I don't know if you saw those. Those collections were sold back, probably about 12, 15 years ago at the late, around that time. And they had Mickey Mouse in black and white, Mickey Mouse in color, Donald Duck, Disneyland one, something about Tomorrowland, a whole collection of them. And Doug and I actually have them. In fact, we even have the first week of the Mickey Mouse Club available on that DVD set. So this was one of my favorite others from him. Are you talking about Goofy, Mike? Because if you are, it's one of my favorites. I love when he's trying the track and field. So we have those on DVD. 1956, on October 9th, 1956. Sam's favorite, yeah. So Walt Disney sat down and he wrote a letter to the future. And he put it in a time capsule, 50 years. So it was opened in 2006 at the studios. And this particular letter was called Prediction of Entertainment in World 50 Years from Now. And Walt believed at that time, in 1956, that the world would be overturned by technology. He wasn't wrong. It really has been. And that technology is even manifesting itself in how television is delivered to people. At that time, television, pretty much just 3 or 4 channels in any major market. Was ABC, NBC, CBS, and potentially a local station of some kind. But that was about it in the 50s when he wrote this letter. Now, of course, cable television has come and seems going now as streaming services seem to be all the rage now. And of course, we're all looking to Disney Plus. Overturned by technology. Even Disney is participating in it. Disney Plus premieres November 12th. I'm looking forward to it. 1966, 10 years later, Walt Disney was honored for advancing the cause of international understanding and friendship through motion pictures and television. This was at a meeting of People to People. It was a service organization based in Kansas City, Missouri. Now, the reason why I included this one is because Walt was sitting there at the table with 2 specific people. One was Bob Hope. So if you don't know who Bob Hope is, he was a comedian in the 40s and 50s. You can do its further adventures in Japan. Thank you for joining. Good to have you here. Greetings from Tokyo. Konnichiwa. So it is good to have you here. Thank you so much for joining. So Walt was seated next to Bob Hope, and on the other side, he was seated next to someone named J.C. Hall. He's the founder of Hallmark cards. And of course, Hallmark is near and dear to our hearts. Being a Christmas house the way we are at the villa, we have a lot of Hallmark ornaments on our trees. Almost all the trees have Hallmark ornaments on them. So, not all of them, almost all of them. So, thank you, Pam. Thank you, Donna. Everyone, please just welcome You Can Do It into the stream. Thank you so much for being here. 1988. Disney's long-running television series debuts under a new title, The Magical World of Disney. It has been Walt Disney Presents on CBS for several years, and in 1988 it moved once again to NBC and became The Magical World of Disney. Let's move forward 11 years to 1999. On this day, get ready for those boy bands, singing group 98 Degrees visited Animal Kingdom to tape the holiday special Walt Disney World's Very Merry Christmas Parade. Of course, that happened in October. They were decked out with Christmas, but hey, you got to film it ahead of time. there's a lot to do with that. Little darling, thank you for being here. Oh, thank you, Mike. Yes, definitely. So, 1999, 98 Degrees visited Animal Kingdom and performed for the Very Merry Christmas Parade. Of course, that's on Christmas morning on ABC. 2003. That's right, Donna. You just saw 98 Degrees at Epcot. Very good. Oh, gosh, that was fun. I saw a video of that. Man, what a fun concert. I mean, they've gotten older, but still, it's fun. 2003, let's move forward a few years here. 2003, actress Julie Andrews took a ride on Cinderella's Golden Carousel, and 5 members of television's Brady Bunch made an appearance at Disney MGM Studios as part of Walt Disney World's Magical Gatherings celebration. There were dozens of celebrities for this particular weekend for what was going on. They were helping Walt Disney World open new attractions and shows in 2003. And on that same day, this was one of the new attractions that they were introducing. Epcot closed at 3 p.m. for a special press event that night for the opening of Mission Space. And the dedicated, hello, D&G. We'll be mentioning you very soon. Okay, so Epcot closed at 3 p.m. because of a dedication that was presided over by CEO Michael Eisner, Hewlett-Packard CEO Carly Fiorina, and NASA President Sean O'Keefe, and also in attendance were Buzz Aldrin, Jim Lovell, Wally Schirra, and it also included remarks and well wishes from the International Space Station from Russian cosmonaut Yuri Malenchenko and a NASA science officer, Ed Lu. This was all because of the opening of Mission Space. That was in 2003. Also on this day, because of that celebration, Sugar Ray and the B-52s performed at the Fountain Stage in Epcot after that ceremony. What is up, my friend? Your ghost host buddy in the house. Chills TV, thank you for being here. Good to have you. The Carl Sagan quotes on the right. Oh, you know, Carl Sagan is cool. Yeah, definitely. So that was in 2003. Prior, they sang a concert. 2 Real Geeks, thanks for being here. I'll be mentioning you as well tonight on this stream. So, Illuminations happened that night, but not before Sugar Ray and the B-52s performed AJC Magic. Amy, thank you for being here. Thank you everyone for being here. It's great to have you all here. 2005, I don't know if any of you have seen the show, but I know I've seen videotapes in the store or DVDs. I've never seen the show myself, but on this day, Little Einsteins premiered on Playhouse Disney in the US. Little Einsteins. 2005. In 2008, Disney welcomed new cast members to the production of Mary Poppins on Broadway. Now, Doug and I and my mom saw the original Broadway cast in early 2008. It was late March, early April that we had tickets, and we saw Mary Poppins at the New Amsterdam Theater in 2008. So that was 11 years ago that we saw that. And at that point, they also had other shows like Little Mermaid was there, Lion King was there, but we saw Mary Poppins that night, and in this case, we saw the original case. So, but the cast members Scarlett Strallen and Adam Fiorentino joined the musical as new cast members for Mary and Bert. So I'm just glad we were able to see the original cast. It's also very thrilling seeing the original cast of any show like that. 2015. Now this one is kind of interesting because we just got a new parking structure at Disneyland, but the only place that I know of parking structures in Florida is at Disney Springs. And on this day, a ramp that led from westbound I-4 directly into the parking garage opened for Disney Springs. The roadway is part of the infrastructure improvements with the expansion and renaming of the Downtown Disney Entertainment District. Motorists traveling from Orlando can take exit 67 marked with signs indicating the way to Epcot and Disney Springs. I wouldn't know anything about that because I never drive in Florida. I'm always driven. I always take the Magical Express directly from Orlando Airport right to the Disney bubble. They may have a parking lot in the back lot, yeah, but I am not familiar with that at all, but there may be a parking structure there. But yeah, this is a parking structure that's there at Disney Springs. And of course, Disneyland relies heavily on parking structures. They need thousands of parking spaces available in a very small space. So they have a 6-level parking structure that covers the Mickey and Friends parking as well as the Pixar Pals parking. Now tonight in the Disney universe, well, the Disney YouTube network, let's just say it that way. So we have Zachary Pollock, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Zachary does his show, but so does Disney Nerd Herders. Disney Nerd Herders does a show 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Charlie and his lovely wife, I think Stacy and Sophie, actually, I think they both help out sometimes. But in this case, they're going to be interviewing Derek and Gregory of D&G Explorers tonight. You're not going to want to miss that one at 7 p.m. And then following their show at 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, D&G Explorers has their show. And dilly dilly, it will be fun. Absolutely. Is this Derek or is it Gregory? I'm imagining it's Derek. Hi, Derek. How you doing? Good to have you. So yeah, that's tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, don't miss D&G. The next hour at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, this and that. They're going to be on Steve's World channel tonight. And then also at 9 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Pacific, Theme Park Fix is on. So they're going to be hey, I think Two Real Geeks is actually in the stream. Danny, what is your topic for this evening? Go ahead and just put it there in the chat so people know that what you're going to be discussing tonight. Some theme park. Oh, we're talking about Fright Fest. Wonderful. Okay, so thank you, Danny. That's on Theme Park Fix tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. All these shows, you will see them advertised on theliveplace.com. Dean does a wonderful job of providing information for over 70 family-friendly content information channels for YouTube. Dean with theliveplace.com. Awesome guy. He's so supportive of our community. We love having Dean in our community. He's just done some wonderful things for us. So everyone, that is, oh, that's right. They have a pre-show tonight at 3:30. I'm not going to be able to see that because it's on in just a few minutes. So that's also on Steve's channel. Mike is so sad to walk into that animation building. The whole section of animation wiped out. You know what? It's very sad to see it that way. Very sad at the Hollywood studios. Definitely. So everyone, that is about it for today's edition of The Daily Dose. Donna, thank you for putting theliveplace.com there in the chat. Really appreciate that. This is, I really need to get back to my desk. My workday is almost over here. Oh, one last thing I wanted to mention. Some of you may have seen this in the news, but the state of California, specifically Northern California, has been going through kind of an emergency here. It's something called a public safety power shutoff. Let me explain. The local energy utility, PG&E, is here, handles power not just in the Bay Area, but all the way from the Northern California border between Oregon and California down to about Bakersfield. And in that zone, that whole region, PG&E has power lines that run everywhere. Well, they have not done their best job in maintaining these power lines, unfortunately. It has caused fires in the past. You have seen devastating fires in the past couple of years and so forth. Yeah, they're not stupid, Doug. They're just not very good at maintaining their infrastructure. So the power lines have to be powered down during heavy windstorms. And we are about to have a heavy windstorm that includes gusts of winds in certain areas of 50 to 60 miles an hour. When those gusts happen, the power lines are prone to either fall or get damaged somehow. And We're not very happy about it, but some areas, a lot of areas throughout the Bay Area are going to be losing power. 8 of the 9 counties will have something affected as far as power. Now, as of right now, Doug and I checked the address at Pepper Tree Villa in the website. We're okay. So I don't think we're going to be losing power, but I will definitely let you know if that happens. I'll keep you alert on Twitter on that one. So go ahead and, pardon me, that burp was sponsored by D&G Explorers. D&G Explorers, when it positively has to be there overnight. So anyway, the power shutoff is going on. Some of our areas are affected, but I don't think Ben's place is affected, and I don't think our villa will be affected, but I will keep you informed on Twitter. So go ahead, if you have not yet subscribed to my Twitter account, it's Pepper Tree Villa. Same thing with Instagram and Facebook. I'll keep information available and flowing should anything change. We will definitely stay safe, Donna. As a result, we might not be too active in chats tonight, but I will do my best to watch as much as possible as we can. But anyway, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in today. We really appreciate spending time with our villagers. It's always a welcome time to spend time with you. Thank you so much, Pam. Thank you very much. Oh, good. Doug is charging everything like crazy right now. That's a good thing. We need to make sure that our batteries are charged as well. So as you leave the stream tonight, don't forget, Captain Akron, thank you. As you leave the stream, don't forget to hit the like button as you leave. I'd really appreciate it. Helps us out. And we will definitely stay safe and take care. Thank you so much, little darling. Everyone, thank you so much for spending this time with us. We really appreciate it. And I've been Arnie. You have been watching Pepper Tree Villa. And yes, we do heart you. Thank you, Doug. Everyone, thank you so much for everything. And have a magical evening and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. You too, you can do it. You stay groovy as well. Thank you so much. I'll see you. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, everyone. Bye.